What's up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another video to my channel. Alright, guys, we got UFC 167, the 20th anniversary of the UFC. Congratulations, UFC, on your 20th anniversary. See, UFC fighters, I don't need to do a bunch of takes to do that. I did it right then and there. Now, let's get started talking about UFC 167. We had flyweight action as we had Ali Bogaratov taking on Tim Elliott in what I thought was a great flyweight bout. These guys went at it. Ali Bogaratov just slammed Tim Elliott a couple times in this fight. He looked like a crisp boxer in this fight. I did not know anything about this kid until he was going to be fighting Tim Elliott, and he really impressed me in this fight. Tim Elliott did look somewhat impressive in this fight, and he looked like he should have won the fight. But Ali Bogaratov, and I'm going to mention this later on in the video, he won the point system. And the thing is, if you look at the judging and math, he won the point system, and that's the bottom line. So, and also, it wasn't like too close of a fight. I was giving it to Ali Bogaratov, and I gave him the first and the third round, I think. So, yeah, no, let's just move on forward as we got Tyron Woodley versus Josh Koscheck. Oh, boy. Josh Koscheck is an idiot, like always, because Josh Koscheck doesn't understand, what did Jake Shields do to Tyron Woodley? Oh, yeah, that's right. Just take him down and lay and pray. Who cares if the fight is boring? You got to do what you got to do to win, right? And instead, Josh Koscheck wants to try to keep on striking with Tyron Woodley. Okay, Tyron Woodley, is he one of the best strikers in the UFC or MMA in general? No, not really. Is he ever improving? Yes. So why is Josh Koscheck thinking this is a good idea to try and strike with Tyron Woodley? I don't know. And that's why he got knocked the fuck out. And he deserved to get knocked the fuck out because he was the idiot that decided to, hey, I'm just going to stand here and strike with Tyron Woodley. Don't do that. You don't do that. All right, now let's move on forward to Robbie Lawler and Rory Mack. Rory MacDonald, Ares, the god of war, the future of the UFC, taking on a veteran of the UFC. Robbie Lawler and Rory Mack, let me tell you guys about this fight. This fight was crazy. This is definitely one of the fights to watch from this pay-per-view. Get your freaking illegal fight streamed or buy the DVD or buy the best of 2013 DVD because this is the fight. This is the fight of the night for me on this card. Yeah, I know people are going to be like, what about the main event? I think it was a good fight, but this was the fight of the card, fight of the night. These men went at it. This was the super closest fight I've ever seen in my life. And I didn't know how the judges were going to score it. And honestly, I'm happy Robbie Lawler won. And I called Robbie Lawler winning by split decision because Rory Mack got too complacent like he normally does. He was like, oh, whoa, I got to be complacent with my shots, with my striking. And the thing about an MMA, you don't let someone keep on striking at you. Because I know a lot of MMA fans, they don't watch boxing. And I can understand why. Boxing is not as exciting as MMA because in MMA you can get flying fucking kicks and fucking front kicks in the face and vicious power bombs in the middle of the cage. But in the sport, in the judging, in the math, Robbie Lawler won. And that's all that matters. And Rory MacDonald, I mean, one judge is at least cool enough tonight to actually give, the MMA portion a shout out. But Rory Mack, in all honesty, he didn't deserve to win, in my opinion. I gave this to Robbie Lawler. So Robbie Lawler wins via split decision. Great third round. That third round is probably one of the best third rounds you will ever see in fighting, too. Like, oh my goodness, so much back and forth action there. All right, Sugar Rashad Evans looking to, bounce back from Little Nog, taking on Chael Sonnen, who just took out Shogun Rua. Rashad was just too big for Chael. Chael had no chance in this fight. He tried to strike with Rashad, and then afterwards, Rashad just took him down, ended the fight from there. I mean, that's all I got to say. Rashad looked impressive. He's looking to bounce his way back to the 205 title. I think Rashad, a lot of people want to know, does Rashad have a chance at going for the light heavyweight title again, especially with John Jones still around? For all we know, with how unpredictable the UFC is, John Jones could get knocked the fuck out by Glover. He could lose to Gustafsson, and that could open up a door for a guy like Rashad Evans, who seems like he might not get over the John Jones hump. Or hell, even a Daniel Cormier. But Daniel Cormier wins this fight, wins against John Jones, then it gives him a better opportunity. So Sugar Rashad, he's still a top contender in my book, a guy that can go for the UFC light heavyweight title somewhere down the road, but not just moment. He still needs to win a couple more fights. Be this Rashad. If he's this Rashad for two more fights, I would expect him to get a rematch of John Jones or fight the light heavyweight champion in the near future. All right, it's time to talk about the main event of the evening. Georges Rush St-Pierre taking on Johnny Hendricks. This fight was very interesting. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask me, Chase, who did you think you won this fight? I'm going to say Johnny Hendricks won this fight. He did not win the fight, though. GSP ended up winning the fight, and a lot of fans are calling for a screw job. And this is the problem with MMA judging, and judging in general in MMA. As I was sitting there watching the fight, and the total strikes kept on popping up between the ends of the second round and the third round, I said, Johnny Hendricks, stop letting GSP tee off on you like this. Stop letting him get jabs in, because one thing is, and this is going back to the point what I said about MMA fans not watching boxing. Why is it that most boxing guys try to teach you the jab? Why is it that the jab is such a big key in boxing, and you hear boxing announcers talk about the jab so damn much? Not only does the jab help you set up all your punches, but why? Because the jab scores points. And that's the thing. Johnny Hendricks lost this fight because he let GSP get free shots at him. And I know a lot of fans are going to be like, but Chase, didn't you say Johnny Hendricks won the fight? Yes. In MMA standards, Johnny Hendricks should have won. But in the points and math standards, Johnny Hendricks is a fucking idiot. He is. Why in the blue fuck, if you know you have one of the most dominant welterweight champions of all time, one of the most smartest men in MMA of all time, why in the blue fuck are you just standing there and let him hit you? That makes no damn sense to me. You have a great wrestling background. You showed in this fight that you can take him down. Try and take him down. Johnny Hendricks, in the math, in the judging scheme of things of how boxing is scored, he lost. He did lose because he is an idiot. He let GSP tee him off. He lost this fight because he himself decided, oh, this is going to be a good idea. I'm just going to stand it. No. Johnny Hendricks should have known once that third round hit, and he knew GSP probably won that fight. Yeah, won that round. GSP won that round, the third round. MMA standards. But in the judging standards, GSP probably won a couple more rounds before that. Johnny Hendricks should know, I need to grind this out. He should have went for takedowns like there was no other tomorrow in the fourth and fifth rounds. And in the fifth round, he just let GSP hit more significant strikes on him. You kidding me? I'm sorry, I like Johnny Hendricks, but I can't feel bad for a guy that doesn't understand how basic judging works. I can't. I know people are going to be like, Chase, you're such a fucking dick, but I don't care. Johnny Hendricks, did he get screwed? Yes, by MMA standards, he got screwed. But being an MMA fighter, you should know how the fight is judged. You should. And the fight is judged based off strikes and takedowns. Johnny Hendricks had 3 takedowns during the fight. GSP had 3 takedowns as well. It doesn't matter how many takedowns it was stuffed during the fight. GSP had the same amount of takedowns. So what happens when the takedowns are taken away? Well, because these judging scorecards are totally different and they're not MMA judging scorecards, well, this is what they do. They go to the total strikes. And who had the most total strikes? GSP. That's how it works. That's how judging works. It's dumb. I can guarantee you, it's dumb. But you want me to feel sorry for Johnny Hendricks when he has watched fights like Lyoto Machida and Shogun Rua in the past, and him being just a fighter in general, and he does not know the basic rules of judging? I can't feel bad for the guy. I'm sorry. He got screwed by MMA standards. He got screwed by MMA standards, yes. But by the math and by the judging, he did not get screwed. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of people. I know a lot of people don't understand that. But I do, because I've been watching boxing since 1997, and I've been watching MMA since 2005. I kind of figured out how these idiots judge shit. And what are you doing in my room? Okay, get out. Anyways, I'm out of here. Hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. It sucks that Johnny Hendricks got screwed by MMA standards, but I can't feel bad for the guy. I honestly can't. He should know how this world works when it comes to judging in MMA. Look at Nick Diaz. That's the reason why he lost against Carlos Condit. That's all I got to say. So, anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, you can subscribe down below. Give this video a like or a thumbs down because you're just don't understand how I can break down numbers and all that other shit. Yeah, that's it. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'm out of here. Peace.